Good morning, gentlemen. As we said, we're going to start talking about one of the four basic behaviors, and that would be survival. And it shouldn't need much explanation. Actually, if you aren't concerned with it, then you're likely suicidal in some way. If your survival has been subsumed to something or someone else, well, you're already a slave or on your way. Basically, if it's been subsumed to something or someone else, then something or someone else is living vicariously through your life, and you're already dead. You're not living your life. They're living their life through you. Now, survival, under a care-based morality, is ensured as long as the point of provision is secured. That's pretty much the way it goes. Now, survival under a justice-based morality, however, is ensured as long as your environment is secured for the purpose of long-term exploitation that meets or exceeds your anticipated needs. Men handle this by converting their environment into assets and focusing on their environment, how their environment works, and the practical and pragmatic way to convert that environment into assets that can last long enough to meet those needs, of course. Now, women handle this by creating perceived needs, those needs that give men to create excess assets to meet those perceived needs, without respect to the capacity of the environment to sustain those needs. They don't need to look at the environment. All they need to look at is the point of provision. Now, a lot of you may wonder why survival is so important. Well, without survival, of course, you don't reproduce. There is no social advancement, and there is no hope. Yet that's how it leads into the other four. So, when we start talking very seriously at all about survival, there will be a lot of things to say about it, and there's a lot more about it. But let's iron sharpen iron. Let that happen if you can. I hope you guys all have a good day. We'll get into reproduction tomorrow, and it will be a little more complex and lead you into some places that might make you scratch your head a bit. But that's enough said for now. So stay tuned. More is coming. Of course, we'll get into social advancement and hope as well, and we'll be getting into adversarial and cooperative conflict resolution, which has a lot to do with the things we've talked about before. Like I said, this stuff is all about a rite of passage for a boy. These are the basics that the boy needs for the rite of passage, and he needs to get that influence from men so that he can become a man. And without these things, there's a lot of stuff that you just have to scratch your head about and hope you can work your way through. It creates a lot of mental and emotional confusion. So what we're trying to do here is get away from that mental and emotional confusion and give you a good foundation to build a house. That house is called manhood.